Welcome everybody, let's talk about the stock market. We're going to look at the weekly, the daily, and the trade of the day. So here on the weekly chart, you can see you got a cycle low right there, November 26th. Okay. Week of November 26th. The one after that is January 14th. Keep that in mind. Just kind of take a quick look at these cycles while I'm here on the video. They're kind of just okay. Not bad. Yeah, blue cycles I think are still okay. Yeah, blue cycles still looking really good here. Bing. Little bit. Yeah, bing, 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 bing. Okay. Here's a little off. Starts getting a little shaky going back this way, but that's a long ways back, so I'm not too worried about it. Okay, so for now, the blue cycles look really good. The green cycles, well, we'll see what happens November 26th, when this really comes and happens. If the price comes and dips down, however far down that is, for November 26th, so we know we still got a good cycle. All right, of course, you could always be bullish and just kind of blast through it. All right, so looking at some numbers right now, 45, 44 is kind of up in this area on the weekly chart, just kind of generically drawing a line in this area. Could be a little lower. It could be as low as like 45, 35. This one over here is kind of, let's see what's the top of this one. This one is 45.15. So they're all kind of right in this area from about 4,500 up to about 45. The top of this wick right here, very top of that wick is 45.66. So that's an area we'd be definitely keep an eye on because the market still looks kind of bullish here, right? All right, let's look at the daily chart. Now, clearly the market's been very bullish. I mean, look at this. To the moon, as they say. To the moon. Spread this out just a little bit here. And you can see that we've run into some resistance here at the 45.30 area, which is coming, excuse me, little burp. 45.30 area is this resistance that's coming from way back here. I think it's back in October. Week of October 12th. All right. It's kind of pierced through it a little bit, a couple times. So it may not hold. Right now, there is data that's saying that the market's going to pull back. Now, it may not be a big pullback, but there is some data saying that could happen. We got divergence going on here. And there's some other data that suggests there's going to be a pullback, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. The reason why I say that is because the MACD looks very bullish. Momentum is just ripping right now. So even though there's other data that's saying the market's going to pull back, and I think that is a possibility, the market will pull back. This cycle over November 15th, which is, let's see, that would be probably Wednesday, I think. Don't think we're going to see much of a low right there. Doesn't look like anything's going to happen right there. So the next one's over here at December 10th. And that's not surprising considering how strong the market is right now. Just a flatliner across a cycle low, and then boom would be what we probably would see. Right? Flat line across the November 15th cycle low, and then break out above into the 4,500s is where I think this is probably going to go. Okay? But it's a little bit mixed bag of tricks right now. We'll see whether or not there's any kind of pullback going to happen at all, because data, like I said, is kind of suggesting that there'll be a pullback. There's some divergence warnings going on right here. I don't know if it's enough to really say that we're going to have a market pullback of any kind. Though, this is just something we have to watch, because this obviously now we're looking at what? 3 days? Well, 2 days. 2 days of resistance right here. And as strong as the market is, I would not be surprised if it breaks through this resistance here and just keep going. And I said to the members, if you get above, especially get above this 45.50 area, which is this line right here, okay, if it gets above that 45.50, then I think you're going to see 4,500 pretty easy. This whole area up in here, all of this is probably going to happen. All up into this, kind of this area, okay? Right around there, just above 4,500 is the next resistance. So we're sitting at 44.26 as I do this video, because these are the futures that are trading tonight. So not a whole lot of room between there and there in 4,500, you know, whatever, 75 points, 74 points, I could see it easily happening. Okay, or I've got data though that's saying there's going to be a pullback. It's not huge, but it's just kind of suggesting the market's going to pull back. Sometimes that gets translated into the market just stalls. And that's probably the biggest scenario, like I said, stall and launch. All right. Okay. Let's take a look at the trade of the day. All right, so here we are on the 5-minute chart, and the trade of the day obviously is right there. This one's not that bad either, but stick around because there's another trade of the day I'm going to show you. It's even better than this chart. This chart was pretty smoking though. Right here about 7:50 a.m. Okay, and it finishes doing its a little dippy do. MACD is coming down. You know, on this scenario right here, I'd wait because at the time this happened. It happened right, let's be exact. Yeah, let's be exact. Right there. Okay, so the SMI, I'm looking at that SMI, was already negative 62. I'm not going to trade short on negative 62. Just keep an eye on this number right here inside this circle, okay? So when this alert came in, it was a negative 62 in the SMI. The MACD also was in negative territory. I'm not going to trade short on that, because the SMI is already telling me it's pretty negative. Now, it continued to be negative here for, gosh, another hour at least, right? But I'm okay. I can be patient with this. Just patient, let it run out of gas. It runs out of gas, it crosses over right there, just pre-market, right? I mean, I'm sorry, about an hour, crosses over about an hour after market opened, because let me clear the screen here. Maybe half an hour, 40 minutes, yeah. Like 40 minutes after the market opened, because this Texas time, we're an hour behind from New York. So maybe 40, 45 minutes later, it crosses over, the MACD crosses over, and you know, I probably would have taken the trade a little bit earlier than that, probably right in this area right here. So that puts me probably right in these group of candlesticks. Take the trade, boom, gone. Huge money today. And it was a tiny, small little range day. What was it, 25, 29 point range day, something like that, if I remember right, looking at the daily. So just think about this. This is 5, okay, 10, 15, 20. Again, I say out of that 20, maybe you pick up about 16, 17 of it, probably, even if you picked up 15. Just think about it, picking up 15 points out of a 25-day range. Okay, that's why this signal right here is just pretty good signal. And if you were late, that's okay too. You just got less profit. All right, now, that chart's pretty good. But let me show you the chart that was the absolute bombing. Yeah, so the one that stood out to me was this one right here at 9 a.m., which would be 10 a.m. For the market on the East Coast, 9 a.m. here in Texas. But either way, great alert right here. Bam. Oh my gosh, what a great alert. Look at that, guys and gals. Does it get any better than that? Just absolutely sweet. The 15-minute chart's been really good. You know, since the market went from bearish to bullish trend like last week, the 15-minute chart's been, I don't know what's going on with that 15-minute chart, but it's been so good. Look at this. It crossed over right here. We got really good positive momentum in the kind of the fast moving indicator here, the stochastic momentum index, right? You got a good decent separation, even though the MACD at this point MACD is still pointing down. Okay, if that scares you a little bit, you can wait till it crosses over. You're just going to get less profits, no big deal. You catch it here about 10:05, 10:15, right? You just catch it a little bit later. You're going to get it up in this area. Me, I've been doing this long enough. I know how these charts work. I know this alert's almost always solid. I'm going to catch, probably, I would have, as soon as this alert was finished right here, the very next candlestick, I would have got in right here on this candlestick. No problem. I just wait right there and buy in. Right at the open. If it dips, I just chill. Don't worry about it, what you did. It came down, came up, back and forth. And then boom, the next, what does this turn out to be? 15, 30, 45 an hour, hour 15, hour and a half. Hour and a half of just monster mash profits. And that is the trade right there. So if you want to know how I trade, that's how I do it. Right? We get this signal right here. I wait till the candlestick finishes. I don't trade while the candlestick is still going on, this 15-minute candlestick. I'll make sure the candlestick is closed, right? In other words, I'm not going to trade during the 15-minute of this candlestick because this signal could come and go. I make sure the signal is solidly there, wait for the next candlestick, and just jump in. Because by then, if you look at this candlestick right here, by then this SMI was already in positive territory. MACD is going to be a little bit slower, comes up long later, no worries. Yeah, you got to sweat out this lower wick right here. It's true, this lower wick probably, you know, going to be a little scary, but that's okay. Just hang tough. Yeah, you got to, this is going to be kind of just a really quick opinion, okay, because I can't give advice, right? But my quick opinion about this is that you should keep a position that's small enough to where it doesn't scare you out if you get this kind of movement with a lower wick, right? The price is moving around. This is a good 5 points of movement right here, right? That's what this is, 5 points worth of movement right in this area, okay? So if you take a position that's too big that scares you out with just like 1 or 2 point movement, then your position size is too big, right? So keep that in mind. Keep your position size small enough to where let the market, you know, vacillate a little bit back and forth. Okay, so you don't get scared out, and then you hang in there, and then boom, it takes off. And when it begins to take off, you got a couple choices. You just stick with the position you have, or you add to it. Okay, and then you ride the wave for the profit. Okay. Usually I'm pretty conservative. Occasionally I will add a position. Usually I'm conservative. I go with what I had. I let it ride out. I take the profits for the day, and I'm happy. I move on to the next day. There's a link in the description right below this video. Okay, make sure you read that description very carefully. Okay, so you don't have any problems joining. When you click on it, it's going to bring you over to the Get a Server. It's going to take you to the server shop. Then you're going to get this page, and you click on subscribe, $7.99. Now, as I was saying, you get the streaming charts for the members. That's down here. See streaming charts. Okay. And this has been growing. As the membership has continued to grow, more and more people come into the stream, you know? So join, come into the stream, watch the streaming chart. You got 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart, 1-hour chart. You get the Get Us Plus indicator. Remember, I'm always showing the trade of the day with the Get Us Plus indicator. That thing is just absolutely romping. Okay. On the 1-hour streaming chart, I got cycles on there, which have been pretty good. For the last maybe 6 weeks, those cycles have been pretty solid. I use them quite a bit to make trades to help, you know, my timing on my trades. So you get that as well. All right. And also when the Get Us Plus alerts come on the streaming charts, they also get sent to the Discord server on this channel, the S&P 500 alert. So guess what? If you got the Discord app on your mobile phone and you're busy, you just maybe have your mobile phone on vibrate. Okay. You just right click on S&P 500 alerts here. You set notifications on this channel. Your phone's going to vibrate. You can take a quick look at it. You want to make a trade? Fine, make a trade. You don't? No problem. You put your phone back in your pocket, whatever. All right, so that's really nice because all the alerts come in here for the Get Us Plus indicator. All right, in addition to the streaming charts. So the streaming charts are going on and the alerts get sent from there to there. Really nice, right? Okay, and then there's gold alerts, crude oil alerts, top 30 stocks, the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ are on this channel right here, okay? There's premium symbols. So the same logic that's used for the Get Us Plus indicator also goes out at the end of each day and gets symbols for stocks that have options. It also gets futures. It gets any symbols that might look like they could be shorted, like they're getting ready to be shorted. Okay, and there's also industries in there. So every day there might be 4 files, sometimes it might be 2 or 3, just depends on what the algorithm picks up. Okay, so that's what's in that channel. I use the futures quite a bit, and occasionally the options one. Okay. Currency, that channel is really nice. Once in a while, I'll trade currency. I might trade Canadian dollar. I might trade the British pound. I might trade the Aussie currency, okay? Whatever it is, the euro dollar futures. Then I'll put it in there and say, hey, guys, I'm trading this. All right? Every night, I send out emails to the members. So if you want to get the email, which is the S&P 500 chart is attached to the email. And I usually mock it up a little bit about what I think is going to happen with the market, and I give about maybe a few sentences of my opinion about what the market's going to do. Nightly email, okay? Every night during the week, nightly email goes out. So if you want the email, make sure you put your email address inside this channel when you join up. Emails only. Go right in there, okay? And I'll pick it up and you'll get the nightly email. Fixed income. If I trade corporate bonds or I see some really good CD rates or there are other fixed income instruments or that I might trade from time to time, I'll put it into this channel. Okay, I usually do some corporate bonds in there and some other stuff. Like lately, I think I dropped in there a pretty good CD rate from one of the banks. All right, for those that want to do CDs. And then these two channels up here are just basically just chat. This is general chat for members. They're looking for a little support. They just want to talk about something, whatever that's in there. S&P 500, that's pretty obvious what that is. All right, so all these channels, everything in here, including the streaming chart at the bottom, all this comes with $7.99. All these channels. Okay, these are members only channels. This is the only channel that's not the general channel. Okay, the general channel is the only one that everybody in the world can access. Okay, but there's nothing in there. Like you can leave a comment. That's about it. All right. But if you're a member, don't leave your comment in general. Leave it in the member chat. Okay, because I don't read that general very often. I look at it once or twice a week. Okay, so if you're a member, put it in here. Okay. All right, so remember, if you want to join, just click on the link. Make sure you read the description very carefully. Then you're going to click on server shop, and then it brings you over here $7.99. Great deal, guys and gals. I got retail traders. A lot of my members are probably making $100 to $300. I talk about this every time I do videos every night. But a lot of the members share with me their profits. Okay, I mean, I don't look at their accounts. It's nothing like that. I don't manage their money. They do their own thing with their own accounts, but they'll share their profits. I don't mean like give me their money. I just mean that they'll share what kind of profit they made for the day. Okay, and a lot of them do that, and they're making anywhere from $100 to $300 on this. These are relatively small retail account traders doing this, so they're not even thinking about the $7.99. Okay, I honestly believe, in my honest opinion, if you're patient, learn how to use the service. Just take some small positions. I would spend a month, maybe 2 months learning the service before I do any trading. If you do trade, just keep it really small. Learn how to use it. Okay, and I believe the membership's going to pay for itself if you're just patient. All right, that's it for now. God bless. Talk to you all real soon again next time.